Hey everybody, who has seen me, it's Angry Enemy Fan 2 here again, to bring you the latest One Piece chapter. I actually wanted to wait to give you this until I could get the other translator, but, I usually read from Manga Fox. It's actually easier to understand. I'm gonna bring you the review of what I thought about this chapter and its story. It's simple. Luffy did not knock out Caesar Clown, but he has left quite a print on Clown's face. Uh, Caesar tries to use a pretty neat attack. Looks like a pacifista laser, only it's gas that can melt steel. But Luffy dodges that one, and he still punches Caesar around. All the time Caesar is trying to tell Luffy that he should not challenge all these big names, but Luffy, he of course doesn't care. He's unafraid for these things. I'm only surprised Caesar just suddenly did not go mad and said, "Do you not know who I am? I'm Caesar Clown! I killed this entire island 2 years ago! Or 4 years ago, whatever!" Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't told that yet, so these idiot subordinates can find out his true colors. But on with the plot. Then we see mm, then we see the gang all running away from Shinokuni, who is largely infecting the area. It's only 5 minutes more before it covers the entire lab, and they are trapped, I think. Then the scene switches to Smoker, who this time appears to not be winning the fight against Virgo. It seems that when he turns to smoke, he expands his volume or something like that, which makes it easier for Virgo to hit. So I guess they're taking, if a Logia user expands his form, then he's only becoming a bigger target for a Haki user. And while many have guessed, and of course already have been confirmed, this chapter for once actually confirms that Virgo is a Busou user. And when I mean a Busou, I mean Busou Shaku Haki. But it still has not been explained what this black Busou is. That's what I'm calling it. When this vulcanization or whatever, when Luffy, Smoker, and Virgo's body parts suddenly turns black. I'm beginning to wonder, is that Uda's new style of Busou Haki? Or is that just a chosen, more advanced version of Busou? That's why I'm calling it Black Busou. Whatever it is, I doubt we will find out. At least now. It's only safe to assume that Black Busou is a stronger version of Busou Haki. Because, I mean, if you look at some Busou users after the time skip, not all of them have been using this Black Busou, which makes me realize that it must be an advanced level. Well, it's meaningless to talk about that, because after all, we don't know yet, or at least we don't know anything. Then Virgo does his first named attack. He hardens his bamboo stick and breaks Smoker's Yite, or whatever it's called. That's actually the second time it's been broken by a Haki user. And Smoker falls to the ground, seemingly defeated. But it turns out that he only expanded his volume and took these hits in order to somehow steal back Law's heart. And Law inserted into his body again. Trafalgar Law is back! And Smoker says they're even. He really hates pirates, doesn't he? It's only strange, I mean, even when pirates are good or something, he hates them. Makes me wonder exactly what kind of marine he will become in the future. Anyways, Law begins to mock Virgo, calling him for the first time Virgo's son. And then he screams to Joker, aka Don Flamingo. It turns out that Don Flamingo's Dendenmushi, the Dendenmushi that Virgo called Joker with, or it's just another one. It's both a surveillance and a normal Dendan Mushi, which means that Joker can see and hear everything. Or if he cannot see, at least he can hear. It don't matter. He begins to tell, Law begins to tell that Joker is overconfident and that his smile will soon die. He has the sad and he will defeat Virgo, his most trusted subordinate, and Mugiwara, Straw Hat, will defeat Caesar. But Don Flamingo is unfazed, and Virgo takes off his jacket and reveals a heavily muscular body, and expands his muscles with his Busou Haki. It covers his entire body. Apparently he once beat Law in the past, which traumatized him. But Law is undetermined, is unafraid. Virgo charges all the time. Don Flamingo mocks Law, saying that he's weaker and slower. And then, he also says that his Busou Haki, Virgo's, is immune to Law's cutting ability from his Ope Ope no Mi. But then something strange happens. Well, maybe not strange. This is Trafalgar Law. But he managed to cut Virgo in two. And not only that, he cuts the sad room in two. No. He cuts the entire lab into two. And I think a part of the gas, too. This entire thing, that's the strongest version of his power ever yet. He can even cut the entire mountain with everything in it. But isn't that gonna increase Shinokuni? Whatever. And now here's the part where I don't understand. I mean, it's so easy to understand, but that's what makes it difficult. Law begins to tell that Don Flamingo is overconfident and that his supply is now dead, and that the big names have not been challenged by Marines yet, which means probably the Marines are preparing for war, and that he has destroyed the gears. Trust me, I have read this dozens of times. This is why I wanted to wait for Manga Fox. They could have explained it a little easier. But I still do not understand what he is talking about. Yeah, I know. It's so easy to understand. But not for me, okay? But to get on with it, Law tells Joker, Don Flamingo, that the unstoppable wave that Joker has always been talking about will soon come. The unstoppable wave of great ones will soon come, and that Law has destroyed the gears. So that could only mean that many dangerous things happens. We then see a picture of both Hawkins, Kitto, and Apo, and we even see a picture of Big Mom. And Don Flamingo's smile really is dead. He's angry. So what I'm trying to say here is the Yonko, who has been given these smiley devil fruits for its army. Now this is stopped, and I actually have thought, when Caesar heard that Law was in this sad room, he said that Law is in danger because it could hurt him too, and Virgo said he could create chaos in a new world. What I'm actually thinking here is maybe I know you're not gonna. This should have been in last week. What I'm trying to say is it has a radiation sign on it, and many guess that it may be radiation or something like that. Maybe it is, but what I'm trying to say is the reason Law was in danger was because Joker is working with this Yonko, and he would get his wrath. And that will make a mess in a new world, because these Devil Fruit armies have been keeping the balance, but now that the law has destroyed that, the balance will become jeopardized. And it also appears to be true that we see Big Mom's face. I'm actually beginning to wonder, does that mean Big Mom was the Jonko? Or does it just mean that we see her because we're going to see her in the next arc? Because we saw her. Because I'm still on my money on Kaido, but it could very well be Big Mom. We probably won't know yet. But we see a glimpse of the alliance between these three other supernovas, and it appears not to go too well. Only Hawkins is cold. He's not even smiling. Well, he never smiles, but you know what I'm talking about. Kid and Apo appears to be arguing angrily. Hawkins is the only one who's tired. I mean, quiet! Quiet! So whatever's gonna... There was actually something more I was gonna explain, but as usual I forgot what that was. It was maybe it was, what is this battle that the Marines are preparing for? One Piece finding or challenging the Yonko? I mean, ever since Akainu was revealed to be the Fleet Admiral, I was not surprised he relocated to the New World. This guy thinks he's above the Yonko and he wants to challenge them, so it's not a surprise that he was the one who moved them to New World. Still, I'm worried. And we still haven't seen a bit of the revolutionaries. When are we gonna see them? Come on, I want to see them too! Aren't they just as strong as these pirates? Well, we will never know. That was this last chapter. Exciting. Still, I'm angry that Sanji was not the one who finished off Virgo. I mean, Sanji is my favorite character, and I'm beginning to get a feeling that he's been made weak in this Punkasword arc. But we hopefully he will meet that Buffalo underling of that guy named Buffalo, the underling of Joker, Don Flamingo, and he can kick that guy's ass at least. That's my review of this chapter. Sorry it took so long and sorry it was confusing, but we'll stay in touch soon. Bye.